Hi, Teri here from Stamping Magic. Welcome back to my channel. Today's project is this pretty card. I've used the Birds and Branches stamp set for the images, and the sentiment comes from the Special Someone stamp set. So let's get started. These are all the measurements you need for all the elements required to create this project. So if you are interested in reproducing it, you can take a screenshot and refer to it later. This is the Birds and Branches stamp set. I'm using these bird images, the feet, both branches, the eggs and the nests today, as well as the foliage. I'm going to start by stamping my main background panel. Now this is normal weight Whisper White cardstock. I'm going to use soft suede ink for the branches and Granny Apple Green ink for the foliage. I'm going to start by stamping the longer branch just under midway across the panel. Then using the smaller branch, I'm going to extend the length of the one I've just stamped, and then I'm going to stamp this 3 more times, twice underneath and once above. Then, using the Granny Apple Green ink, I can add the foliage to the end of all the branches. Most of this image will be covered by the nest, so it doesn't matter if it's a bit of a mess in the middle. Now, using crumb cake ink, I'm going to stamp the nest. Then I'm also going to stamp the first layer of the bird. I'll use soft suede ink to stamp the top layer of the bird. The feet will also be stamped using soft suede. Finally, I'll use Daffodil Delight ink to stamp the 3 eggs. I had to re-stamp the bird because I coloured it using the wrong Stampin' Blends marker. So I'm just showing you here how I meant to colour it, which is using the light Bermuda Bay. And I'm just doing the underside of the bird and the top part of the wing. Then I'm going to take my colour lifter and just blend this out a little bit. This is the Special Someone stamp set, and I'm going to use the Happy Birthday sentiment. I'm just prepping the scrap piece of soft suede cardstock with my embossing buddy to remove any static. Then I'll stamp the sentiment using Versamark and cover with white embossing powder. Then I can melt the powder with my heat tool. The sentiment will be die cut using one of the Tasteful Labels dies. All the other stamped elements will be die cut using the Birds and More dies. Now ignore the yellow bird, just pretend he's blue. Now this border die, I'm going to use to die cut the bottom edge of my panel, which is in Bermuda Bay. And when I place the die, I'm going to make sure that it's right on the edge of this panel. My card base is in soft suede card, and this is half a standard sheet of cardstock, scored in the middle and folded to create a landscape card. Now for inside the card I have a Whisper White mat, and then to decorate this I'm using a strip of Bermuda Bay card and then a strip of Bermuda Bay Designer Series paper from our retired 6-inch Brights stack. I'm using some of our Daffodil Delight ruched ribbon for this card, and I'm just folding it into a flat bow, and then I'm going to staple it to secure it. I don't want the bow to be too bulky on my card because I'm going to add the sentiment strip on top of it. I can then trim the ends and secure the bow onto my card using a couple of mini glue dots. Finally, I can add the sentiment. Now I've already placed 2 dimensionals onto the reverse on the right hand side, so I'm going to add some wet glue to the left hand side and then I can position this. And that's it, my card is now complete. And here's another look at my original card. Now the contrast colour on this one was Flirty Flamingo. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Bye for now.